Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Okay, well, I watched a lot of this video that you see in your right corner. Ugly men come with ugly problems. And yes, it's like a lot of my life. If you've been following me, listening to my 175 videos now, you will already know what my mom used to always tell me. As long as you walk like that, no one's ever going to want you, love you, or marry you. So, or especially being teased all throughout school, either because of my name or how light complexion I am, or how proper or quote unquote white I talk, or because of how creative I am, or because of how I walk. Yeah. Or because most of the time I had braids in my hair because I have very complicated hair. It's just, I kept down downgrading the quality of men. I kept thinking, okay, so I guess I'm just gonna have to date ugly men, even in college. Oh my gosh, like now looking back, I really like talked to some really ugly like, and this is in my opinion, I might sound shallow, I don't care. It's like knowing how low my self-esteem was until my mid to late 30s because I was undiagnosed, I didn't know who I was. It's like this video kind of hit because some of these guys who I thought I had to date because I thought that was like, I'm not saying I'm beautiful. Like half the times I think I'm really ugly and unattractive. And it's like when men write me and tell me I'm beautiful, they just want to sleep with me. So yes, don't think I think I'm beautiful because I don't. But at the same time, some of these guys who, okay, I think one crazy thing is when a woman has standards and she's not scared to say these standards on her page, you can disagree with my standards. And one reason I post mine is so that other people know that it's okay for them to create their own. So that they can maybe sit down, study themselves, and study what has not worked out. Because divorce is 50-50 for a reason. Some people just go purely on looks. I don't. Some people say they must be a certain height. I don't care. And so beauty is in the eye of the beholder. For some women, height is part of the package. Height is part of the beauty. I want, if you hear a ding, yeah, it's like that's something different. Okay. But I try to look for brain cells. I'm a sapiosexual. It's like if I can have deep conversations, and oh my gosh, I list that because, and a lot of MAGA Republican 45 loving men, they've shown me how ignorant, uneducated, and how much they cannot comprehend written form by how they comment to my standards. Because either Republican men, ha ha ha, Democrats can't get deep thought. They don't know how to have a conversation. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that was real funny. Yeah, maybe that's one reason why so many Republican, like where a lot of failed comedians go Republican. Yeah, that's making a lot of sense. But anyway, and let's see, what's something else? It's like, oh well, people who have a high school diploma, they can have deep conversation too. Yet that's why the bullet points are separated. Like, okay, a lot of our our educational system has failed some people, or a lot of teachers were scared to not fail people. And I'll admit, like, oh, I was terrible in algebra. It's like I know why now, but it's like I can understand math, but like I need a lot of time with, like, so I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not. So it's like, yeah, trying to get through accounting and finance. Ooh, so yeah, I'm not trying to say I'm the smartest person because I am farthest from it. But oh my gosh, just reading a dating profile Republican MAGAs cannot do, or they are so insulted. Like, they are so insulted that they won't get an opportunity with somebody they are not compatible with. Sometimes I just want to, like, I just think, how idiotic are you? If you see that you're not compatible with somebody, why are you just going to troll them? And the woman that they date or marry will probably not see this or see any of my videos because, oh, I repost all, because I want to make sure at least one of these guys, girlfriends and wives, see how they really are. But I have never written any of these guys. And if you see Matt09, he harassed me over 8 times. He would come to my profile and just write some of the most idiotic, and then, oh, they don't teach history that well, because the way, like, the history that these 45 MAGA Republican loving guys, they would write some of the most idiotic things and things that are not true. It's like they acted like they went through Purdue University. Yes, I'm dragging Purdue because their school is nonsense. Their educational process, in my opinion, is offensive, is just, they're going to basically miseducate and create some very ignorant individuals. And I know that's their goal, because 45 said he loves the uneducated. He loves the highly uneducated. And that is exactly what they are doing. And that is exactly how he got into office, because of the miseducation. We try to tell people about tariffs, but now, look how funny it is how, like, last week and the week before, one of the top searches was about tariffs, and then about Project 2025. Yeah, petty is going to taste so delicious. Yes, I'm going through this torture too, but at the same time, I can at least look at 45 lovers and be like, haha, you voted for this. You can't blame me. I'm part of the 98%. You voted for this. So, but a lot of, especially the unattractive, the ignorant, uneducated men, it's like they don't want an educated woman. But then when they see an educated or somewhat pretty, or, I was like, I don't know how to describe myself, but at least someone who, I don't think I look like a nightmare. It's like, and I'm not like, especially on the dating apps or this one, I'm not an OnlyFans person. So it's like, I feel like they think that since I'm on that dating app, that I should give all of them a chance. And even though I don't find them attractive whatsoever, even though their political stance is totally different, even though a lot of them don't want me to start my business, they hate my education. So a lot of these guys, I need to look for them. I'll do a part two, as you guys already know, like the guys who put down my education, because with my list of standards, I didn't even put down the education until a little later. But the reason why is because some of the unattractive men were even writing me, because they would see on the education portion I say I have a master's. What do you have a master's in? Being ghetto? What do you have a master's in? It's like probably doing your eyelashes. And it's like, what? And it's just to the point where, okay, so these men are being haters because of my political stance. They're being haters because of my education level. They're being haters because I love conversation and I love documentaries, anime. I'm a nerd. They hate that I have like a start to my future finances because I like, and a lot, okay, if you're gonna be ugly, at least don't be broke. I'll say it again. If you're gonna be ugly, at least don't be broke. At least try to be one or the other. Try not to be both, you know? And because I've seen there are ways for ugly men not to be as ugly, but I feel like some of the ugly men gave up so much, they're just like, I'm ugly anyway. And it's like, oh, all right. So, because some of these men literally look like they just gave up and that's it. And some of these guys just act like since they're miserable, it's like I don't have a right to have my own opinion, to strive for what I want, or to. It's like, and the thing is, I only post one picture because, especially the non people of color men, it's like, how do I say this nicely? A lot of them are bigots and racist, and it's like if I show a picture of like up to my shoulders or even full body, oh, what size is your chest? Oh, turn around. Oh, bend over. I want to see this. I want to see that. So I just show my face. If I end up matching with the guy, I will show like a fuller picture or whatever, but whenever I show a picture and then men write degrading, awful, especially the ugly men. It's mostly the ugly men that all of a sudden show me this. I want to see this. Video chat me. It's like, take off your shirt, take off this, do that. And it's like, who are you? Like, okay, one, you're ugly. Two, you have like looking at their profile, like, okay, some high school guys have their own business, and I congratulate you. But if you don't have your own business, if you don't have a penny to your name, if your car is more expensive than your house, if it's like, if, oh, and if you have a collection of baby mothers, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah. Who, white or black? Oh no, because there was one guy who I think says he has 6 or 7 children and four baby mamas, and yeah, he's white. Yeah, and he said that since I don't have any, like, do you know how many of these ugly men, they see that I don't have children, so they want to add me to their baby mama collection? No, thank you. I'm not looking for a Nick Cannon wannabe. I'm not looking for a Nick Cannon wannabe. No, thank you. Not interested. But it's just crazy how a lot of these men just act like they are so special. And a lot of these men act like since I am a woman on the platform, and since there's not that many real women on the platform, that I must now adhere to their standards. And like with the Gangsta of Love, oh my, yeah, he's only written me once, but I think sometimes these men write me because they love. Okay, that's another thing. A lot of ugly men love drama. I think that's something else I've recently realized. A lot of these men, they have no lives, no hobbies, no friends, no nothing. They probably just have their liquor 420 or whatever, and like a, adult videos to watch all day, maybe sports or something. So to them, they need some drama. They need something to do. So if they can find a profile like mine where I am seriously looking for somebody and seriously looking for somebody long term, not just for 5 or 6 minutes. That's probably as long as most of these men can last, if that, but that's a different story. And some of them probably need the pill too, because, yeah, okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. But, and with some of them, you might say, oh, they're not ugly. Yeah, well, and when they call me a slave, when they call me the N word, when they call me Mm, quite a few different, because for some of them, they've only written me once. But if you've paid attention, Contextual has written me a few times. But in this video, I put two of them. But like if you don't know about Meet Me, if you don't respond to somebody, 2 months later they can write you again twice. And I think these like I don't know how many months these are apart, but yeah, he comes back. And quite a few of these guys have come back. Oh, Jesse, the 54-year-old, yeah, he has tried to come back a few times. Uh, Shane, I think only twice. Matt, okay, no, he's not a repeat. And then Eric, he tried to come back to like correct his grammar because I think that, and I know they just want the drama because like 5, 6, or 7 hours later, because he wrote me near the early afternoon, and it was like nighttime, dark outside, and the next thing I know, I think he changed the your to your. And I remember cracking up because I was like, he probably showed some friends bragging and then figured out it's like he proved to me how dumb he is by having the wrong type of viewer that kind of shows me his lack of education. And at the same time, he doesn't even like, in my opinion, he's not attractive at all. So even if I didn't have those standards, he wouldn't have been interested in me. He just wanted drama. He wasn't interested in me. He wanted attention. He wanted a woman because a lot of these men, they love bragging about how women are hounding them. Women won't be quiet. They're like, and that's one reason why it's kind of funny because some of these men on these apps, they say like some of the guys who they're like, "Oh, I'm really interested. I really want to talk to you." Yeah, they don't know that I've changed a lot. So we might have one conversation, text a little bit, but then I stop. And then they stop. And then months later, they'll write me, "Why did you stop writing me?" It's a two-way street. It's like I'm tired of always being the person saying hi, how are you, good morning. And this is one reason why I pay attention. This is why scammers, this is why catfish, this is how they are able to get so much, or how like so many millions of dollars from the USA alone, because the scammers know, with women especially, start the day with, "Hi, beautiful. Good morning. How are you? Did you eat yet?" That is a pattern that they do. They do it because they know the average American man is not going to care less. The average American man is going to wait for the woman to give them attention. The American men with the patriarchy, they want the woman to hound them. They want the woman to beg for them for attention. They like American men want to beg. They want the woman to beg for them to feel equal, to feel sufficient, to feel like they're adequate, to spend time with them. But like I keep saying in the videos, I've mostly retired from dating. If I meet someone or whatever, fine. But right now I'm just trying to get my businesses together. I'm working on publishing my books. I'm working on getting my like all of my goals together so I can adopt, I'll be a single mom. I don't care. People are gonna label me or put me down or call me a cat woman because I didn't marry and have the, the traditional family. With these, like with the traditional American red pill man that's out there now, no, thank you. I dated a man, Mr. No Heart, for 7 years. And I used to wonder, why did I downgrade my self worth so much with him? But it's because, like, with this video, he was doing so much of it. He would get mad when men would open doors for me. It's like, and even when I stopped wearing makeup, even when I would just wear any old thing, because I kept saying, okay, I'm not gonna wear this. It's like, because when I did get attention, he would ignore me for the rest of the day. And oh, I have a story time, because that a few videos ago I mentioned how he begged me to start a business, but he didn't have a penny to his, yeah, he was not that attractive. Oh, he literally pulled out his teeth with pliers. He literally pulled out teeth with pliers in the middle of the night, scared the mess out of me. I'm going to tell that whole story. Yeah. But yeah, it's like this guy begged me to start a business, has terrible credit. It might be better now, especially like at the beginning of COVID while I was still kind of with him. He was bragging about, like, oh, I'm going to tell that story too, because if I can find out the company that is, like, 'cause I don't remember, like, yeah, I realized, like, just forget everything about him, but I wish I remembered the company that he worked for. But yeah, didn't have a penny to his name, horrible credit score. He needed my credit to buy the supplies for the business. Never paid me back a penny because 6 months later he gave up. But at Home Depot, he showed me his true cut. Like, because I told part of the story because a guy actually came up to me when my ex left the aisle to see if I was okay. But it was all because of the patriarchy, and he wanted men to know I was his, like I was property. I am no one's property. And even in the, like, in the checkout, I threatened. I was like, I will not buy this stuff if you keep acting like this. And the lady at the register, she agreed with me. Oh, and then he tried to be nice for until later that night. But oh, he was like, don't touch a thing when we got to the car. I'll load it up. I'll do this. I'll do that. Oh, okay. It's like, you just go home. Like, oh, then I think he picked up some food, Wendy's or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you eat this food. I'm going to load everything in the garage. And oh, he tried to be so nice because I think he realized how he was looking like a no good doofus. It's like, for some reason, he thought that him claiming me as property, him feeling like a man because maybe some of the men at the store, they treated me like a lady. It's like they might have been hitting on me, but they did it in a gentleman way, like nothing like he ever did. But when the guys were like, "You look beautiful today," oh my gosh, seeing that, like, one guy complimented on my radiant smile, and they were so nice and sweet. Something it's like, only if he wanted, you know what. So I see why these scammers, it's like the more I tell my stories and the more that I'm studying the scammers, because I'm like, watch my episode. I think I've done 4 or 5 catfish episodes now, but check those out. I have so many because, yeah, I didn't even get into the research portion in last one. I was comparing my dating nightmare to the catfish, and how I am just seeing how so many people are falling for them. But I'm going to investigate this more and more because it's interesting. And does it relate to my novels? Not, well, only kind of, maybe a little. Maybe down the line with another idea, but part of me just feels like if I can use my voice and my nerdiness for something, I want to be able to create my business, my novels, my activity books, all the stuff that you guys have heard about. but I also want to help out those who kind of need the proof. They need someone to dig in and just show, especially like even business scammers. People are using in the last episode, they're on LinkedIn too. And I have a, like this morning, I I got a brand new catfish that's trying me. So it's like they've liked almost all my stuff on Facebook. I think I posted it on Blue Sky. I just joined Blue Sky. I need to add it to my link tree and stuff. So I'll do that later today. But yeah, check out my social media. And I'm gonna start. I'm working on the website and Patreon too. But anyway, these no good, like some of the men, most of the men are ugly on the outside and inside. Some are outside, some are inside. Some are cruel, awful, ignorant, bigoted, naive, uneducated fools. So, but that's all in my opinion. Some of you guys might agree with these guys, especially if you're Republican, MAGA, or 45 lovers. You're probably going to say, yeah, you're nothing but a stupid little, or you're not able to have deep thought, or it's like you're going to have a heart attack because you got the vaccination, or it's like I must be really stupid to post these pictures, or you're dumb and the wrong type of you're. It's like you might agree. So, but this is the Handicapable Black Woman. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.